Very good afternoon to all. Thanks Kunal sir for a wonderful and inspiring presentation, and I'll start by saying that sir, in 2000 I'm a 2008 batch officer. We are asked to fill in our annual confidential reports as to which area would you like to get trained in the future. So from 2010 I used to write urban development, and why I did not get a chance, I was in field and then in health. Now finally I am in urban development. I just joined, and after hearing Kunal sir, I am really inspired to work very hard, and I hope that I am associated with this project, the Ranchi Smart City project in future. Sir, your presentation, I've liked one thing about this thing, about the concept of being smart. That it may not be necessarily, we shouldn't associate it only with technology enablement. We should look forward to probably what are the hopes and aspirations of the people. It's wonderful, and the maximum impact using minimum resources. So many of your ideas which you mentioned in your speech, sir, we have tried to incorporate it in the smart city project which we are doing, or we have started in Ranchi. If we see, yesterday we won a prize for decentralized planning using committees and ward committees and subcommittees. So we as a state give a lot of importance to democratic decentralization, and following the same, we had a citizen engagement before we went out for conceptualizing the smart city plan, and so we had a lot of engagement, and then we have formed. Then there was this MyGov polling which took place, and we put it to vote as to what people would like to have, retrofitting or greenfield. So finally what we chose was, in the words of Mr. Samir Sharma, Additional Secretary sir, that our Ranchi project is a very unique project. It's a greenfield project as well as some components of pan city project. So what we are doing is we are developing a greenfield city. About initially it was 300 plus acres. Right now it is about roughly 500 acres of land which we have been able to get from HEC, the Heavy Engineering Corporation. So and we also, during this, for the pan city proposal, we put it to vote, and then intelligent, this traffic management system and the education was the two highest priorities marked by the people. So we have chosen them. So we have chosen greenfield area, and for the pan city we have chosen intelligent transportation system and smart solid waste management system, as well as, if we see in the goals, that people said that Ranchi is famous for education, good quality education up till, let's say, the class 12th level, but beyond that we lack in education facilities. So we will have a good focus on developing this smart city as an education hub. So I don't want to go into these things. We probably, all of you know about the concept of smart and what are the various components. So it's right now it's a 656 acres land, and that is how, if we look at on the bottom left, it's the institutional, residential, commercial. That's how we have divided the area into the various zonal uses which we'll put it to. Yeah, so this is the site overview. We can see on the top we can see a yellow kind of a thread running. That's the monorail which is touching the smart city, which will touch the smart city. So that's what we are planning. On the right we see some sun kind of a shiny circle. That's the multimodal transport hub which we are planning, and in between I'll come later to more things. So the concept, if you see, there is a green necklace kind of a thread running through the smart city. That is the green area which we have. It's an existing green and blue area which we plan to keep as it is and further develop. So we are not disturbing the existing topography and the topology of the area. So that's why we want to make it as this necklace, and that is also will be the nodal, the TOD axis also. If we see that this TOD concept, if we leave the black line, that will be the TOD axis. We are following the TOD concept. Most of you know about the TOD concept, transit oriented development, so I will not go into that. Mobility, Kunal sir also pointed towards the importance of probability about the public bicycle sharing. So we are incorporating all that. We'll have a public bicycle sharing. We'll focus, the highest priority will be to the pedestrian and then to the cyclists, that what ideally should be. In fact, as sir mentioned, that when we go abroad, probably the first thing which comes into our mind is this is what the city should be like. So probably we'll try to make this new smart city as let's say a Prague or a Vienna or a London probably. Zoning, we have a mixed use integrated development along the TOD axis, because that's the concept of the TOD development. We'll have if we see the top row, integrated convention center and a civic hub. We'll have housing for all kinds of houses, multi-modal transport hub. If we come to the bottom, the knowledge hub, which I was saying that we want to develop Ranchi as an education hub for not only Jharkhand but also for the eastern India. So we have a special full area dedicated to being developed as a knowledge hub. Then there's this lake harvest. It's basically that it's an existing low-lying area, so we'll develop it as a lake, as well as in term when there is a storm or something, then the storm will be emptied into this area. So if we look at this whole smart city, it will have a mixed land use in some areas, then it will have a separate residential area, then it has a education hub, a transport hub. This multimodal transport hub is an integrated kind of a hub which will connect to railways, which will connect to the buses, the e-rickshaws, the bicycles, everything that would be there. Smart components, we probably all know about it: smart sewage collection, smart stormwater management, renewable energy, smart knowledge hub, smart solid waste management. So all of these we are a part of the smart city concept which we have developed. Smart mobility and intelligent traffic management, smart building features, connectivity, healthcare and disaster management, urban development management, smart policing and security. In fact, it is said that change takes time, both for as a person, as an individual, and as government. So this, if we look at the ICT revolution which has taken place, probably the private sector has been faster to adopt it. The private companies probably they have much more ICT internal arrangements more than the government. But now I am very happy to see that many government organizations have picked up ICT and incorporated it into e-governance, and we also don't want to be left behind. E-governance, ICT based solutions, smart traffic lights based on the actual traffic flows, and integrated command management area where police, fire services, health services all would be available. So we want to leverage the ICT revolution which has taken place. We want to institutionalize e-governance very properly into this. We also have given great importance to green area, as I was talking about the green necklace. It runs through the smart city. If we look at the green area, it is about 15 square meter per person. So I don't know whether it's a high figure or a low figure, but we have tried to give as much green area as possible in this city. We are developing a riverfront, a sports center, community parks, lake harvest, eco park. So we are giving a lot of importance to this green. Then we come to the pan city solution. Till now I have talked about the smart city and its concept, what it will have. Then we have two solutions which will implement pan city in Ranchi. So we see, as Kunal sir was saying, and as is probably there across major cities of the world, footpath, cycle track, bus routes, greenways, public bicycle sharing, all of these concepts we'll also implement not only in the smart city but also in the Ranchi city as it exists right now. The ICT infrastructure, the fare management, Apni Ranchi app, as sir was saying, that sir is at the level of where sir anticipates what services would be required by public. So we also want to do something like that. Apni Ranchi will be an app which we'll also probably try to imagine what all kind services are right now needed by the public. In future it would be required, and we'll try to integrate it into the Apni Ranchi app. Then with this parking management, smart parking management, intelligent public transportation system, corridor management system. So all latest concepts we have tried to incorporate into the Ranchi old city also. Now what has happened so far? So we have formed this smart city corporation very recently, and the PMC appointment process is already on. MOUD has released some money, and some money has also been provisioned by the government. Recruitment of key management posts is already underway. We are looking for a professional CEO, CFO, etc. And so these are some of the things. So in the smart city, actually all of these I have talked about: integrated command and control center, smart road, water, public transport, sewerage, solid waste management. These are some details of the integrated command system, which will be basically looking at the whole smart city using a CCTV coverage, so that we anticipate any, not anticipate, but rather any incident which happens, we can quickly record it in real time and dispatch the reaction teams. Smart water, improved quality, reduction in O&M, timely bill generation. We probably all know about smart water, smart roads, smart public transport system, smart sewerage, smart solid waste management. And so all of these projects are part of the smart city. A 5-star hotel. For skill and education, we are in the process of establishing an urban planning and management institute, skill development institute, education institutes, super specialty health services, housing for all, business promotion for safety and security, ecological point of view. So we have tried to make it as comprehensive, as integrated, and as eco-friendly as possible. So some of the features of Civic Tower, the convention center, it's a G+2. This is the Jupmi which we are planning to have, so that it assists us in further, because we are one of the lower urbanized states. We also have some financial reforms. We are not AA+ right now, we are only BBB negative, but we look forward to really work hard in this area, so that we have a high rating. We have done some reforms in 2015 and 16, and we are also looking at value capture finance. So I would also like to flag one or two facts before I end my presentation. The amount of money which was spent in the urban development department for about 12-13 years after Jharkhand was formed, about from 2000 to 2013 or so, we have spent more money than that after 2013. So that is the importance which the state is giving, and led by Mr. Arun Singh, who has had 2 to 3 stints as principal secretary in this department. So from the highest level up to the level of chief minister, very high importance is being given to the urban department, and we really look forward to make this project a success, and we'll definitely would like to learn a lot from the experience which Pune has. Thank you very much.